Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Valor Fights 39 has got a fight card arranged for the fight fans. And Mr. Tim Loy always puts a good card on, and one of the guys fighting on the card is joining me right now. Dre, you're taking on Michael Whaley, so you're fighting on Valor Fights. I know Tim puts a good card on. He looks after his fighters. I want to say thank you for coming on. And obviously, it's not that far away now. You're probably just pretty much hitting the peak of your training. Let's just get how you're feeling. You got a Christmas vibe going into this feeling.
A little bit. I'm getting a little giddy about it as it gets older. I just pray for it to happen. I hate all the build up for the fights.
Yeah.
All the weight cutting and silliness going along with it.
Now, this is at flyweight, I believe, yes?
Yes.
Now, there is a flyweight fight on the card as well, and it's a title fight on. Will you have your eyes a little bit on that fight as well? Is that going to be playing in the back of your mind? Obviously, you've got to focus on the fight at hand with Michael Whaley, but at the same time, knowing there's a flyweight title fight on the card as well, in your head, you've got to be thinking, man, if I go in this fight, put on a great performance, get a finish, etc., man, that might set me up here with a title. You don't know. Is there something like that ever played in your mind?
Title fights always play in my mind. I'm kind of bad about doing two things at once when it comes to fighting. So I'd rather focus on this guy. And I get through him, and they're like, hey, you want a title fight? All right, let's take it. Anybody can be beaten, so.
Yeah. Oh, no. You're right. You're so right. And the thing is, like you say, the mind, is a very powerful weapon. You need your mind in a fight. But obviously, the Ultimate Fighter is something to talk about. They did the flyweight division. So I think there's a bit more focus than there would be normally on the flyweight division, for the extended period of time that the Ultimate Fighter's on. Do you think then it's a good opportunity for yourself as a fighter to maybe try and make an impression? Because you probably do have a little bit more eyes on you in this fight as you would do opposed to, say, last year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, always. 125 is a wide open division, so therefore anybody that's going to have a standing, it would have any kind of ground in 125 is going to get looked at because it's so shallow, and DJ's running out people to fight, and there's probably no one that's going to come close to touching him but maybe two people.
It's a bit crazy how good he is. It's like watching, I don't know, Vincent van Gogh doing a bit of paintwork. It's masterpiece. It's incredible the fact that he keeps getting better. It's not like he's awesome. He's not like he's at that level and people are trying to catch up. He just actually keeps pushing that bar up. But I suppose then for you though, that must be good because you sit there and go, I've got to keep getting it. I've got to keep evolving. I've got to keep growing because if he's setting that marker, I've got to try and reach it. It must be pushing. It must help push you a little bit or give you an incentive.
It does. Every time I watch him fight or watch any 125er fight, I'm like, okay, because we always talk about visualization in our gym, and if you could visualize yourself across the cage against DJ, what would you do? And I envision that every single time I'm sparring or I'm fighting somebody, because that's my end goal.
Yeah,
just to fight and be. He's pound for pound right now. So what would be better if you made it all the way up to that mountain and you're fighting the #1 pound for pound fighter and you beat him? That would say a lot about what you did.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like we say, your career in the MMA world, in the professional ranks, it's your early days. How have you finding your feet in the pro ranks anyway? Because it's a little bit different than amateur, because obviously the rounds are a little bit longer, but how have you found it so far getting yourself settled in?
I think I'm getting a little bit better. My first fight, I was insanely nervous. I couldn't sit still. I was shaking. I tried to mask it up by laughing and kidding around with people, and it just wasn't happening. Second fight, I was very calm, and my coach kept asking me, he's like, are you okay? He's like, this is the most calm you've ever been. I was like, I'm good. For some reason, that's just that night I was like, I just lost it all, and I was like, I don't even care. I'm not nervous. This is just a fight. It's like any other day.
Yeah.
So it's the place I found where I feel like I'm comfortable in. I just got to put it all together.
That's a big thing. So you talk about your coach. Look, how's your coach evolving you? How is your coach pushing you and getting you to kind of develop yourself as a fighter? Because last thing you want to be is the same guy you were last week. How's he making you that 1% better every day?
Well, he's big on making you like a great person rather than making you just into a great fighter. So it's a lot of philosophy and there's a lot of mental game.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of our training is mostly mental.
Okay.
It's like how do you react in certain situations. And I mean, anybody can go out here and punch somebody in the face, or you can out wrestle or out jiu-jitsu somebody, but it takes a strong person to be like mentally, okay, this guy took me down, I gotta get back up.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people crack whenever something bad goes wrong. He's well focused on let's figure this stuff out. That way, if you get there, you know what to do and you won't freak out.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, putting you in the worst places, putting you in those dark places, so you just it's like your home.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, and you're right though, because when I've been training and this guy, for example, I'm actually currently training a guy. He's got a bout, an amateur bout coming up shortly, and I've been putting him in places that he's not really been there before, even if, you know, just simple positions that you wouldn't even think about, like backside control. When you got backside control and you got the arm, you got the wrist control as well, and they're just in that kind of position where they can't quite get out, and you can just start raining down. You know, like what else is there? Crucifix. You know, mounted crucifix stuff. You know, but stuff like that, little things like that. Scarf hold. Just those little positions that they're not the most fun to be in, and you've got to take a shot to get out. There's some positions you have to take a shot because you're going to have to let your hands go to, you know, and it's one of them ones where he's like that. He's getting himself used to being there because he's not been there before, in the sense of I'm at a level where he's not been there yet. So it's early days for him. So for you, your coach, I'm sure he sees you as a fighter, watches you train, and I'm sure he sees where you probably haven't been there often. Because if you're very good at wrestling, you're probably great at being on top. But then get you on your back, and you probably think, okay, that he's not so comfortable there. He needs to get on his back more. I tell you one fighter I recognise most about that was Sarah McMahon. She fought Misha Tate, and when, you know, she's a legit high level wrestler, but when she got put on the back, she just looked like a fish out of water. You know, even at that top level, she just didn't look like she wasn't using her hips properly, shrimping, none of that stuff. She just looked like lost. But when she's on top, she's an absolute savage, and it shows, man. You've got to get put in those awful positions so that you're so relaxed when you're there that it doesn't freak you out, because that's when you make mistakes. I'm sure you know that yourself.
Yeah, that's where most of the mental stuff comes from, is whenever you're in a position you don't know exactly what you're doing. You've never been before. Most people just, if you're in the gym, you're usually top dogging people, like, I'll get in this dominant position. No, it's like at our gym, we put ourselves in bad positions and we work out from it.
Yeah.
And it's all mental. It's 90% mental and 10% physical. That's why I think of the MMA game. Oh,
big time. The mind is such a powerful weapon. If you're not there mentally, you're not going to win. You can't win. It's impossible. You know, because that's what controls the body. So if you're not there, your body's not going to be, you know, you've got to be kind of in unison. What was I going to say to you? When I do rolling, I like to just go into my back, you know, kind of sit down on my backside, scoot in, and let someone come in, just because I will purposely pull people in to side control, to half guard. You know, I will make them have a more dominant position, because it makes, like you say, it makes you work. You know, because anyone go on top, it's easy. Well, it's easier on top. But yeah. So look, okay. So you like to get in that place with coaches. When you're not doing MMA training, do you do anything else outside of? Do you go to like a gym to do strength and conditioning, or is it all in one house? How do you work that kind of stuff out?
It's mostly in one house. I mean, like, there's some things I do outside the gym. Like, for this camp, I'm on a stricter diet and I'm on a strength and conditioning plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, once I keep getting these tougher fights, it'll be not necessarily easier, but I won't be as, like, timid as I usually am.
It's that comfortable. It's just being comfortable fighting. It's clocking those minutes in the cage. You know, the more minutes you get in the cage, the more comfortable you are. So your weight, you know, you're getting the nutrition. Do you cut a lot yourself? Do you try to manage your weight so that you're walking around at a comfortable weight cut?
Well, I'm always always in the gym. We have this saying where you stay ready so you don't have to be ready.
Yeah.
So I normally walk around at a good, decent amount of weight no matter how much I got cut. So, and then the diet seems to help out pretty well, which is kind of weird because I was not really big on diets, but now with this diet, I can definitely feel a difference in my training.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting no more. I feel like I have a lot more energy.
It's crazy. You know, you have the right fuel, you can go for days. You don't need the right stuff when you're training. It does make a big impact. It makes a big impact, especially because obviously you think you're trying to malnourish your body so you cut the weight, but at the same time you need to have the right nutrients to be able to perform at the same time. It is a balance. It is a big, it's an art. It's an art form itself. You know, if you can master that, your fight camps get a lot easier. So has this been an experiment with your weight cutting and stuff like that in the past? Has it been just like you just try to just cut hard, and this is the first time kind of you've taken a bit more serious? What's the score with that?
This one kind of took a little bit more serious because this is my third pro fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is time to start getting serious. My other diets, I really didn't have to cut that much because I usually stayed in the gym and all I had to do was sweat.
Yeah.
But I would tend to slow down sometimes, or my punch would lose some pop. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, we're going to strengthen this up a little bit. So that way you can go more than 15 minutes if you have to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it come down to it in one fight, but it might.
It might do. It's always good to have it. It's always better to have it than not to have it. So you finished training for the day. What's your downtime? You know, how do you like to relax as a fighter? Because you know, last thing you do is sit there and watch sweaty men all day in the gym. You know, you must have something you like to do in your downtime.
On my downtime, I usually chill at home. I'm not really out for like nightlife anymore. I just usually sit at home, play my video games, or watch TV with my roommates, or if my son's here, me and him usually play video games, watch TV. But that's pretty much it. I'm a homebody.
Video games. So are you online playing Mighty Mouse, trying to beat him on the game, going, "I beat you here, son. I'm coming to get you."
Yeah, I bought UFC too, and I was like, I'm gonna create me a character, and I'm gonna fight him. And I did. I was like, okay, I'm fought him. Like I tried to, like the whole visualization thing. I tried to mentally put myself in there, and then I tried to move the way I move in a fight. It was kind of hard with analog sticks, but I think I almost got it. But I think that's probably one of the big things in a fight, just visualization and having a video game and playing the video game and putting yourself into it makes you go into that world, and you could actually see exactly what other people are seeing while you're fighting.
Yeah, what would actually, their reactions and stuff. Yeah, I find for visualization for a fight a big thing. I didn't do it in amateur, but when I came to start doing pro stuff, I don't know where I read it or somehow I somehow heard about it, and I just started doing visual, like kind of meditation. You know, like it is like a form. You just go switch the world off and just imagine what you're doing. What would you do? What would you do? And I'd imagine being in the worst place, and I imagine being in the best place. I imagine the worst scenario and the best scenario, so that when you came to the fight day, none of it was going to shock you. And it is. I found it really helpful, that visual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, huge thing. Yeah. I was, you know, everything. I looked really handsome when I did it as well. It was strange. You know, everything looked better on me. I think I had an 8-pack. You know, I had all it going on when I visualized it, but you know, it makes a difference.
Hey, that's how you see yourself. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
exactly. No one else does, but it's all right. It's all good. That's what Snapchat. That's what Snapchat filters are for. Snapchat filters, my friend, make everyone look good. Hey man, look, I love the fact that Tim's putting a great effort into Valor Fights, you know, and us, the promotion themselves. You know that they'll look after guys. You're gonna have a great fight. Honestly, the way he matches guys up, he gets some great fights on that promotion. Before I let you shoot off though, can you let everyone at home know what your social media is, if they can jump on, give you a follow, or maybe come online and kick your butt on UFC?
Well, I have my Facebook is Dre Miley. You could just type it in and I'll pop up. I have 2 pages. One's my pro page and one's my regular page.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Instagram. It's Dre Miley MMA. Dre Miley MMA 125. And I really don't get Twitter, so kind of weird. I don't understand the whole process of it.
It's like Facebook statuses, just writing a Facebook status, but you've only got so many characters. It's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
And
I can't do that.
Yeah, but what you can do, you can link your Instagram to your Twitter. So when you post on Instagram, it just links up straight away to there. So something you could probably do instead. Just have that linking up. And what about obviously sponsors? Have you got any of those helping you out? Your gym, where is it? What are the people that have been helping you, coach wise, friends wise, all that stuff? Give it like a props and shout out to everyone.
Props is Knoxville Martial Arts Academy, Eric Turner, Joe Zonar, Nick Gertz, Jason King, everybody in that whole house. I live with some of the best people in the world.
Yeah.
They were very supportive. All my sponsors, there's like so many to name. Affordable Graphics. There's a lot of people that I really can't remember off the top of my head. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me. Promise not to get embarrassed. I'm gonna do my best. So
I met Eric Turner in Manchester the other month, sorry. Great guy, great talking to him. Top dude. You're under good new facility as well, which is awesome looking as well, man. So yeah, I've got a lot of time for Eric Turner. He's a cool cat. I like him. I like what he's doing there. I like what he's doing, sir. So exciting times for that place, man. Exciting times. Again, thanks for your time, Dre, coming on, dude. Have a great fight, man. That's the main thing. I always say to people, I never take good luck because it's not luck, mate. It's about how hard you work in the gym. But just enjoy your fight, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the moment. Because every fight, I think, is precious in a way. Because you're not going to have 200 of them. So enjoy it, man. Just have a great time.
Every fight that I have is precious because I've been out for 3 years. So I gotta get it in when I can. So.
Look, have a great time. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much for coming on. And enjoy yourself at Valor Fights, buddy.
All right. Thank you for having me.